Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Planty video. So as you can see, today we are just doing a relaxed, laid back, chatty type of video. Every once in a while I like to do these where I just hop on here, don't have my makeup on, I'm in my cozy clothes, it's the evening, we have the dim lighting happening. It's a mood, and I just like to chat with you about my current plant thoughts. And my current plant thoughts right now are revolving around the fact that we are heading into a fresh new year pretty quick here, which I'm so excited about. I, for one, love a new year. Like, I really just enjoy reflecting on the past year and figuring out what I can do better for next year, what's worked well last year, what didn't, what I want to bring forward into 2022. So I've been spending a lot of time thinking about that. And obviously a large part of my life is plants. So I do have several planty goals or things that I want to focus on for my plant collection for the next year. And a big one, hi Ollie Bear, and a big one is revolving around buying plants, or the lack thereof is more the direction that I'm going to be heading. So for 2022, I want to try to not buy any plants, you guys. I'm just putting it out there right now. I want to do my best to try to only do trades. And I am heavily influenced by Caitlin from Plant Life in the Tropics. If you're not subscribed to her, you have to go subscribe to her. Her channel's amazing. Her plants are incredible. And for 2021, she did basically what I'm talking about, where she didn't buy any plants and she got all of her new plants through trades, which is so inspiring. Now, a year ago, I would have thought that this was so absurd, but it just feels right for me, for where I am in my journey right now and where my collection is right now. I feel like my collection is at a point where it's pretty diverse and pretty robust. I have a lot of plants and propagations going that I think I'm going to be able to trade in the upcoming growing season, the spring and the summer, and even the fall. So I just figure, why not try this out and see how it goes? I'm not, like, disclaimer, I'm not saying that I'm like 100% not going to buy any plants next year, or that I'll be like upset if I buy a plant, because that's not the point of it. The point is to just try to be focused on doing trades. So yeah, I don't want to make this like set in stone or anything. This is just where I'm at right now, what I'm feeling, what's been going through my mind, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So in the past, I've done a couple chatty videos where I sat down and talked about the like materialism / consumerism side of houseplant collecting. So I'll link those videos down below as well if you are interested. I'm not really going to get into that a lot in this video, but it does tie in with this, obviously, because I mean, the financial thing, like, definitely a perk of not buying plants and doing trades only is that you save money. But for me, it's more just that I want to continue to shift my energy and focus onto my current collection, cultivating the plants that I already have, and just growing them out to their fullest potential. I want to spend a lot of time and energy learning more about houseplants. Like, I have so much to learn, you guys, and I love plants so much. Like, I just keep falling more and more in love with them, and in love with like the art of actually growing them and being present with them, rather than the fad of just needing the hottest plant or constantly adding more plants to my collection, or just like the rush that you get when you make a purchase, which I don't want to bash or like say it's bad to buy plants, because obviously it's not, and there's so many amazing plant companies both locally and online that we should all be supporting. But I'm just continuously reminded that it's the plant care and just spending time with my plants and watching them grow that really fulfills me and brings me happiness. Another big reason that I want to do this is just to challenge myself, just to see if I can, just to see how it goes. I'm curious. I honestly haven't done a ton of trades in the past, so I think it'll be a good challenge, and it will help me be even more intentional about my collection, because plants aren't going to be so accessible. You have to put in the effort to find somebody to trade with, you know, arrange the whole thing. You have to either go meet up with somebody or arrange shipping. So there's like those extra steps in there that makes you really think about whether you want a plant or not. And that also makes it more rewarding. Like if you go through all this effort to get a wish list plant, I'm sure it's just feels so amazing and so rewarding once you finally receive that plant. There's so many reasons that I think that trades are awesome. Another one is that kind of provides a purpose for my propagations, because I love propagating. I love my perlite prop boxes, and I don't want to have to stop propagating just because I don't have the space for all of my propagations, because I definitely don't. But this way they can find new homes, and it's kind of a win-win. And it's also a great way to just meet more planty people, and it'll be nice to also be providing somebody else with plants that they perhaps really want as well. Hopping back into the financial side of it, the cost of trading is very minimal. You're only going to be paying for whatever transportation costs, which are probably going to be minimal if you're meeting up with somebody in your city, or shipping costs, which can be a little bit more, especially here in Canada, but less than if you were to buy plants. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't really been buying plants. Like the past few months, I have not really made any plant purchases. Okay, the one purchase that I made was for my top wish list plant, which is coming next month. I've already paid for it, so that's going to be considered a 2021 purchase, okay? Anyways, that's honestly the only plant that I've really bought for this fall and winter. I'm just going to say winter because I don't plan to buy any more plants for the rest of winter. And I will just put a side note in here that I'm aware that I am very privileged in that I get gifted plants, sometimes from companies, sometimes from very kind friends and people. That probably plays into the fact that I've been buying less plants because I was gifted plants in the fall. So I just want to throw that in there as a side note, but I still don't think I would have been buying plants even if I wasn't gifted those, just because I'm just not in the plant buying mindset lately, if that makes sense. So I'm sure it will save me some money, but that's definitely not my like motivating factor going into this, because I haven't really been spending a lot of money on plants. However, whatever money I do save by not buying plants, or whatever money I would have spent on plants, I'm much more focused right now on spending that money on caring for the plants that I already have. So whether that be supplies or pots or trellises or different fertilizers, like whatever my plants need, I'm at a place where I would much rather spend my money on just nurturing my current collection and upgrading it rather than just adding new plants into the mix. So I think that that's like an interesting piece for the like financial aspect of it. Is you kind of can like shift where your plant budget is going. And you guys know I've talked about this before, that I'm just at a place where I just really want to grow my plants to their fullest potential. I want to see how big I can get them. I want to see how much they can climb, how full I can get the pots. And that's just what is lighting my fire right now. That's what I'm loving. So I'm so happy to be spending my time and energy and a little bit of money on that as well. I've just really come to realize how fulfilled and grounded I am by just being with my plants and caring for them. That's really what fills my cup. So that's going to continue to be the focus in my plant journey right now, and the focus of my channel, just sharing the joys of caring for my plants and learning about them more so that I can give you guys tips and share that with you as well. I really think it's going to help me appreciate my current collection more, and I'm really content and comfortable with the number of plants that I have right now. I would say I could even bring it down a little bit more, because I'm just like, I can feel that I'm just at the cusp of feeling overwhelmed by my collection. And now that's, I'm sure, largely due to the fact that I'm dealing with thrips right now, which is extremely stressful for, you know, any number of plants in a collection, but when you have 100 plants in a collection, it's a little bit of a nightmare. So I'm definitely like at my limit of plants in my home. So trading also ensures that I'm sending, before I take in, I'm sending out, like it's like a swap, not an addition, you know what I'm saying? The number is not going to be growing. So that's also something else that's very important, because I can't just keep like buying and adding into my collection without sending out, or else I would just become really overwhelmed and stressed with my plant collection again. And I've been there in the past. I don't want to go back there. I've found so much more joy and happiness in my plants since I downsized. So like I said, I have videos on that, so I'll link it down below. But if you are thinking of downsizing, I would highly recommend that you do so. Yeah, it honestly made me fall in love with my plants again and fall in love even more. And yeah, it was something that needed to happen. So that's another reason that I'm just really not focused on buying plants. To be honest with you, I don't think that I'm going to even be doing a crazy amount of trades. Like I'm not, I don't even have anything in mind for like plants that I want or trades that I want to do, but I'm just putting it out there that if I decide I want a plant, I'm going to search for it through a trade, and that's hopefully how I'll get it. That's just going to be like my primary, if I want a plant, that's going to be the first thing that I do, is try to arrange a trade for it. And maybe I'll be able to trade with some of you guys if you are in Canada, so that would be really fun as well. I get a lot of messages from people that live outside of Canada wanting to either send me plants, which is so sweet, or do trades, and I just want to let everyone know that I can only send and receive plants within Canada. We have pretty strict rules for importing plants, so yeah, it sucks that I'm not able to trade. I have so many viewers in the US, and unfortunately just the way that the rules are at the border, we can't do trades, so that sucks. But maybe if there's some people in Canada, then we can set up trades for later on in the year. I think it's going to be interesting because some of the plants that I want are more common plants. Like I would love to add some bigger calathea maybe in the spring or the summer, which I haven't really seen people trade for those type of plants, like a full, just like more common plant. I don't know, so we'll see. Maybe that will be a fun challenge. I don't know. I have had to get rid of a couple of plants recently due to the thrips, so I kind of want to replace a couple of them later on in the year, but we'll see. Leave me your thoughts down below, by the way. I would love to hear anything that you guys have to say on this topic. Have you been feeling the same way? What's your experience with trades? Just let me know your thoughts. I'm always so curious to hear, and I love chatting with you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm very excited for the new year, 2022. Like I said, love a new year. We love a fresh start. I'm just like that. I love the first of the month. I love Mondays. I just love like the beginning. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this relaxed planty chat. I actually really like filming these videos, so hopefully you enjoy watching them. Leave me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new here and you enjoy planty content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!